Hi, love. Welcome back to Galley Gourmet with me, Jay. Today we're going to make seared scallops with a creamy, beautiful risotto. We're going to add mushrooms and some truffle oil. It makes it wonderful. So we're going to start off with dicing up some shallots. Shallots are wonderful onion, mild but has a little sweetness, and it blends in really nice with the rice. I'm gonna heat up my pan. We're gonna add some olive oil to this, and then we're just gonna lightly saute the onion until it's nice and soft. Add some salt, some black pepper, and then we just wanna give this a little stir and let these start sauteing. And while that's happening, we're gonna chop up some garlic. I've got 3 cloves of garlic. Give them a little smash, break them up. I'm using 3 cloves. If you're a garlic person, you can add some more. 3 cloves I find is perfect for this. You ever read recipes where they have like 1 piece of garlic in the recipe and you're like, I can barely taste the garlic. I love garlic, so I always add more. Use as much garlic as you like. Okay, now the onions look really good. And now what I want to do is we're gonna add the mushrooms and get these guys started. I'm gonna add just a little bit more olive oil to this. Give the mushrooms a little moisture and some more salt and a little more black pepper. And then we're gonna give that a toss and just let these mushrooms kind of cook down a little bit. Now with these mushrooms, I have 3 types of mushrooms. Oyster mushrooms, which are these fun little guys, shiitake, and portobello, mini portobellos. So it has its own little texture, its own little flavor. We're gonna add about a cup of rice to this. So we're putting this without liquid. We wanna give it a little toast, give that a nice stir. Now this only takes about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You don't want it to burn. Now we're gonna add some wine. We're gonna add about half cup of wine. Give that a stir. We're gonna cook this down to where it's almost no liquid, where the rice and mushrooms will absorb this, and it gives the rice great flavor. Okay, the rice and mushrooms have absorbed the wine. We are gonna now add about 2 cups of vegetable stock. And now we're just gonna stir this in, let everything absorb. This will probably take about 5 minutes or so. As the rice absorbs everything, we're gonna add probably about another cup to 2 cups of more stock, and then let that cut down, and then we'll be ready to move on to the scallops, which is one of my favorites. Super excited about making this dish. I have my family coming over today, my mom and dad. So we're gonna have the table set outside, ready for them to arrive. And seafood, growing up, seafood has always been part of our family. And I know my parents both love scallops, and I think this will be a great dish for sitting out back in the boat and enjoying the day, the afternoon with them. So I'm super excited about this. Risotto is also really good make-ahead dish. You can actually cook this ahead of time, cover it. Now you can let it set for about an hour or so. You might have to add a little more liquid to it when you reheat it, but the scallops take so quick that this is a great entertainment dish where you don't have to be stuck in the galley. Make this ahead of time, heat it back up, sear your scallops, plate it, and then enjoy your guests. As it's going, you want to make sure that you keep kind of stirring it. Just don't leave it alone because it will stick to the bottom as it's cooking down. So you just want to keep paying attention to it a little bit, making sure that nothing's sticking to the bottom, everything's equally getting distributed. This is starting to look so good. Smells good. They're getting a nice little jacuzzi bath right now. And now we're gonna go ahead and add, I'm looking at this, I think I'm gonna add about 2 more cups of vegetable stock. Bring that back to a boil and let this cook down. Okay, while that's finishing up, I'm gonna go ahead and season up my scallops. Got these beautiful scallops, really, really nice size scallops. You wanna make sure that you've got these dry, so that way it gets a nice sear. Scallops you don't wanna overcook. You really do just want a nice sear, and it doesn't take very long. So we're gonna just do a little salt and pepper on here. The risotto's thickened up really nicely here. See, a lot of the liquid has been absorbed. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the scallops. Got a really nice cast iron pan here. You can see some of the oil bubbling up. It's getting warm. Wait a few more seconds on this. What you want is a really hot pan. I like using the cast iron pan because it keeps the heat and it does a really nice sear on the scallops. A lot of people are intimidated about scallops because they're really easy to overcook. But the moment that you can once the scallop's in the pan and it's cooking and it's getting a nice sear, the moment that it kind of moves, just like beef or anything else that you're doing, once it kind of moves, it's done. Flip it over and it's only like a minute on the other side and the scallops are done. It's an easy, foolproof way of cooking scallops, and I'm gonna get ready to show you that right now. Ah, listen to that sizzle. That's what you want. And scallops are really flavorful. You don't wanna over season them. That's one mistake a lot of people do with scallops is that they just tend to wanna over season them. Let the freshness of the scallop. Let those just get a nice sear mark on those. Okay, let's just test them. All right, not quite ready. See, they kind of stick to the pan. Got some moving around, but I'm just gonna leave them just for a second. The risotto is looking beautiful, nice and clean. Now to make this even better, I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of butter. What do they say? Butter makes everything better. And I love truffle oil. And truffle oil makes this perfect with the scallops and brings out more of the mushroom flavor. You don't want to use too much of the oil. It's just a little bit good. Just a couple teaspoons. Now we're gonna mix all that in. And it's probably time to put the scallops. Oh yeah, that's what you want. Beautiful. Once we get these flipped, it's not gonna take too long to cook on the other side. Okay, these should be good. We're gonna pop these on here. And then I'm gonna continue cooking some more scallops. And I believe my parents are on their way, so I think this is about good timing. And I'm gonna finish up with the rest of these guys. So I hear my parents out there, they just arrived, so I'm gonna go ahead and plate this up. Show you how I do it. We're gonna take some of the risotto, put it right in the middle. Try not to make a mess. A little bit of risotto. Clean my mess. Add some scallops. And we're gonna take some finishing oil. And just swirl that right around here. And I've got some chives. And I'm just gonna place right on top. Scallops with risotto. Finish this up, and I'm gonna go meet my parents. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I hope you guys enjoy.
I'm sure we will.